All right, welcome guys into the live stream. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I know I've already got some people who are waiting in the Zoom call. If you want to join the Zoom call, just go down below. There's a link to just join up on the Zoom call. It'll be a little bit delayed on the YouTube side. So hopefully you're watching. Hopefully you're able to see me on Facebook. If you're joining me, thank you guys so much for joining me on Facebook. If you're watching on YouTube, again, if you want to join up into the Zoom, just go down below and click on the description. Okay, guys, I just want to start off and thank each and every one of you for being here. All right, welcome guys into the live stream. Hopefully you guys, I want to thank each and every one of you for being here. You know, it means a lot that you just spend some of your free time or spend some of your time coming in here. What I want to talk about in today's stream is going into Q4, we've got a lot of new changes and updates with Amazon. I want to make sure you guys are prepared for that. And if you guys can hear me, why don't you say something in the chat? Just say hi in the YouTube chat. Same thing on Facebook. Same thing, you guys. Just say hi. Let me know you can hear me. We're going to be talking about the updates with Amazon FBA. Streamed in the Zoom. You can click the Zoom call down below if you want to join up. And I'll see some chat coming through here now. Awesome. Okay, you guys can hear me. That's perfect. So I just want to take a minute, first of all, and thank each and every one of you who support the YouTube channel here. I recently crossed 1,000 subscribers. I could not have done that without each and every one of you. It means a lot to me. Again, you guys can click the Zoom call down below. Why I wanted to do the Zoom call is that will allow me to share my screen. I thought we could do some live product research. You can also do the chat right in the Zoom. I can see your chat. Hi, Romana. Thank you for being here. What's up, Jennifer? Hello. Awesome. You can hear me. So happy. Mohammed, Roth, Lynn, so happy you're here. It's awesome. So cool, guys. Thank you so much. I've got a couple of things going. So if you see me looking to the side, I'm doing Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and the Zoom call. And I'm just waiting for everybody to get into the Zoom call. We've got several people that are joining, and then we'll just go ahead and start. Okay, we got Jennifer, we got Mike, we got Romana, we've got Atar, Artie, we've got a couple names. Nathan Clark, thank you for being here. So excited. You guys are able to chat right in the Zoom call. You can enter your questions in there. You can do it on the YouTube side or on the Facebook Live. Any of those is fine. I'll be able to see all of those comments and questions. And we will get to, absolutely get to Q&A towards the end. So I thought what I'd first start out with doing is, yeah, there's some important updates that you should be aware of going into Q4, you know, especially some updates and changes, some inventory restrictions. There's a lot going on. I thought I'd just give you a little update on my business. How is my Amazon business? How are things going? You know, with the recent changes, I had to put on hold some of my new product launches. I kind of had to, you know, we can only send in 200 units into Amazon. Now that's just on your first shipment, guys. So remember, that's only for your first shipment. So you will be able to, on your second shipment, ship more. It's just on your first inventory going to Amazon on a new product, you'll be limited to just 200, okay? So don't worry, after you launch the product, as soon as you launch or start selling, your IPI, your inventory score will go up. And hopefully by the next shipment, you'll be able to ship 500, okay? So I know there's been a lot of questions regarding the inventory limits and all of that. However, guys, the good news, yes, Amazon is being strict and stubborn and only allowing 200 units to be shipped in for your first product. But on your second shipment, you'll probably be able to ship in 500. The good news is, guys, if you are an Amazon seller or you're about to start selling your product, you could not have picked a better time to start. Honestly, we're going into Q4, and I expect this year's Q4 to be a record breaker. We just saw Amazon reported their sales. We saw Etsy just reported their earnings and sales last night. It is seriously off the charts e-commerce. So if you're an Amazon seller, you sell online, we're going into Q4. I really see a huge upside potential there, and I think it could really take off. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Ozone Man. Masami, thank you for being here. Renee, what's up? Ozone Man, thank you for your comment. No storms yet. I know there's a big hurricane on the East Coast. So if you guys are joining on your phone, hopefully you can see everything. And let me jump back over to the Zoom call. I know I've got some more people that want to be joined up on the Zoom call. And awesome. So happy you guys are here. Ahamal, I think is your name. Skin, Hair, Nails. Thank you so much for being here. Hajinir, Ahmed, Dan. What's up, guys? So happy you're here. So cool. Okay, so let's see. I think on the YouTube side, it may just be a little bit delayed. If you are live in the Zoom call, in the Zoom meeting, try not to have your YouTube browser up because I think it'll be delayed and it might confuse you. So just go through Zoom or just go through YouTube. And I've also got Travis here, Hajinir, Ahmad on Facebook Live. That's awesome, guys. So happy you guys are here. Okay, so first question I've got, and I will get to some questions later on. We're going to do some live product research. I'm going to share with you the potential niches, categories, markets where I see the most upside. But the first question is, should we order 200 units? And for second order, about 200 more. Actually, for your first order, I recommend ordering about 500. I used to say about 300 for your first shipment to Amazon, order about 300 to 500 units. I actually think that you should order 500 to 1,000 now. And the reason is I expect this Q4 to be a record breaker. I think that there's going to be a ton of sales in Q4. Now, the problem with ordering 500 units is you can only ship 200 to Amazon right now. So you will ship 200 into Amazon, and then you're going to have to ship those other 300 units either to your house if you live in the US or a 3PL to store those excess inventory, those excess units until you need them to ship them into Amazon and then start selling there as well. How do we go through Zoom? Down below in the YouTube video description, there is a Zoom invite link. You can click on there and join into the Zoom portion. You'll be able to watch me in Zoom. The YouTube is a little bit delayed, but yeah, just down in the video description, there's a link, an invite link for Zoom, as well as a password if it requires you. It shouldn't, because I can see you pop into the Zoom call and then I can just approve it. Hi, Saria, Romana, Natasha, Mike, happy you guys are here. What's up, Austin? Fasal, Ted, so happy you guys are here. We're going to be talking about a lot of cool stuff today, guys. Updates, changes, awesome markets and niches and opportunities that I'm seriously looking to launching products in on Amazon. How to expand your brand and use influencers to expand your brand, get more customers and market your brand and really build awareness on social media for your brand. I'm going to have a new YouTube video coming out soon covering influencer marketing, because I think that's huge, huge potential and upside there is influencers on Instagram. Now, it won't work for all products, but for a lot of products, it will. So I got a new YouTube video be coming out probably next week covering Instagram influencers, how to use them in their swipe up stories. If you're on Instagram, you know, there's stories and then there's posts. You can do pay an influencer, $50 and send them a free product, him or her a free product. And in their stories, they can have a swipe up option if they've got over 10,000 followers, and it'll take them right to your Amazon product listing. So cool, guys. Okay, Atar, thank you for being here. Natasha, Olga, hello. Ted, I see you. Thank you for commenting. So cool you guys are here. Now, I do have everyone muted in the Zoom call just so I don't get any background noise. But if you do have a question, it'd probably be best to enter it through the Zoom chat. I can see that come up first, and then I can see it on YouTube. So if you have a question, what's up, Wyatt? Just go ahead and send it through the chat in the Zoom call. Again, to get into the Zoom call, you just have to click on the invite link down below. So I was going to talk about the updates. You guys probably know there's 200 units max you can send into Amazon right now. It's a huge, kind of blockbuster news. I can remember going back to March, of coronavirus, the outbreak. Amazon just shut down. They were only accepting essential products, right? And I thought once they went back to normal, we weren't going to have any further issues. Now they came out with this new 200 unit max. Again, guys, remember the 200 units is just for your first order. You should still order from your suppliers 500 units or more. If you truly believe in the product, I'd order 500. I'd ship 200 into Amazon. I'd ship 300 to your house if you're located in the US and you're selling on the USA marketplace, or ship the other 300 units to a fulfillment center, a 3PL like ShipBob or Deliver are great alternatives. And actually you can save on storage fees going with a 3PL, a third-party logistics warehouse prep center. You can actually save on storage fees. So it's an excellent option. Okay, so that will cover kind of the inventory limits. Now also all new listings, if you're creating a new product listing for the first time, this is your first time creating a new product listing, you are going to get the error code 5665. Amazon must approve your brand name. This is standard across the board for all new sellers or all sellers. Doesn't matter if you're new or old for new product listings. This does not mean you have to have a trademark or brand registry. Here's what you have to do. You have to try a different brand name in the brand name box when you're creating your listing. If your brand name was Beth's Wholesale, in the brand name box, put B/W or B-W. That should allow you to save and finish the listing. Then you have to go back in and send to Amazon a template, which I have. You can message me for that, or I have a YouTube video where it's included in the description. You have to send Amazon this template, this pre-built email that says, hello, my UPC number is, I'm trying to create a new product listing. I'm not able to change the brand name. And then here's the 3 things that you have to send to Amazon. You have to send them a picture of your custom sample, with logo on the product, if possible. You have to send them a photo of the packaging with logo. And then also, if you haven't already, I would highly suggest that you go and buy the domain name, the URL, yourbrandname.com from GoDaddy or Namecheap.com, because you will need to send that to Amazon that you own the domain. And it is a couple extra steps, guys, to have to do this. However, it's going to prevent a lot of new hijackers from coming into the market, since they would have to prove that they own that brand name. With all 3 of those things, they're not going to have. Okay. Hi, Phoenix. Thank you so much for being here. Adnan, what's up, Adnan? Adnan L, thank you for being here. Bonalyn, Brian, so happy you guys are here. We're doing a live Zoom meeting. We're going to be going over all the changes of Amazon FBA, how to navigate the inventory limits, the brand issues, code 665, error message. We're also going to talk about the products and niches, opportunities that I see. And again, if you didn't hear me at the beginning, I expect Q4 to be a record breaker. So I would stock up. Even though you're only limited to 200 only on that first order, I would still stock up. Kathy, thank you so much for being here. Gary, what's up? How are you? Miss you. Thank you so much. We're doing a live virtual Zoom meeting. It's also broadcasted out on YouTube. If you want to join into the Zoom call, just click the link down below the YouTube video description. You can come into the Zoom call. Again, we have Romana, we have Olga, we have Lillian. Hi, Lillian. We have Mike, we have Nancy, we have Natasha, Praful, Romana Pratiscu. I hope I pronounced that right. Lillian, Artie, and Jennifer. Thank each of you for being here. Why don't you guys send me your questions in the chat, and I will try to answer those. Let me see what I'm missing over on the YouTube side, and I'll come right back to the Zoom meeting. Okay, do something great. Thank you for being here. Andre, Lakeisha, thank you for being here. Ahmed, Andre, MZ, shout out to all you guys for being here. Really appreciate it. Okay, so first order, should I ship to my house so I can check and feel the product before I ship it to myself, or should I go straight to a fulfillment center? Great question. Skin, hair, nails. Hopefully you have a brand in like the makeup or topical products category. Skin, hair, nails. That's an awesome YouTube handle. So hopefully you're building a brand in cosmetics or hair care products, topical products, which is restricted, but not impossible to get ungated. So what I recommend on your first order, have the supplier package, label all of your products, your units, just as usual. send 200 to Amazon, create a shipping plan only for those 200, ship them into Amazon, and the other 300, if you're ordering 500, ship the other 300 to a 3PL or your house, and get a third-party inspection at the factory. Because if you ship them to your house first and then again to Amazon, you're going to pay for shipping twice. So it'd be nice if you could have your supplier manufacture, package, label all 500 units, just like they would be going to Amazon, create a shipping plan, ship the 200 you're allowed to ship into Amazon, and ship the other 300 to your house. And then after you launch, you'll be able to create a new shipping plan, hopefully for the rest, the 300, and go into Amazon. What is your thought about selling on Amazon Germany? Great question. You know, I'm seriously considering launching a product in Australia right now. I have one product in the UK. It's doing really well. I don't see a lot of competition in either of those marketplaces. You do have to realize that Germany, the UK, Australia is a much smaller country. It has a lot less population, but that also means that there's not as many sellers. So with the UK, I know for sure Helium 10's tools will work. So that's awesome. So you can use Helium 10 if you want to look up products in the UK. Alexei, thank you for being here. I hope I pronounced your name right. Laura, Adrian, thank you for being here. Okay, next question. I posted a question in Zoom. I also posted it here in Facebook periods. Please answer. Okay, what is it? Should I do the hack to make the listing with more than 200 product? The hack with multiple tabs open. Okay, so this was one hack that we're trying to get around. He or she is trying to get around the shipping restriction of only being able to ship 200. It's not really working anymore. You can do it, but I wouldn't recommend it because inevitably, even if you do get through with that hack and be able to send all 500 to Amazon, your IPI is not going to go up as fast as if you only had 200 and you sell out of those 200 relatively quickly. Amazon bases your IPI off an average. How many units did you have in stock at the warehouse? And how many units did you sell? End up selling in 30 days. So that's how that's going to base off. So if you send in 500 or 1,000 and you use that hack, your IPI won't go up as fast. And again, that's only on the first shipment. I have a question. Can I open a new account with a new LLC? Yes, you just have to ask Amazon for approval, and they should be able to give you approval to open a separate seller account. One benefit of opening a separate seller account is if you do decide to build a couple brands under your first seller account, open a new seller account with an LLC, build a couple more brands under that seller account. Yes, you can have multiple brands under each seller account. You can sell off one of those accounts or brands later on. So that's one big benefit. Hi, Robbie. Thank you for being here. Kathy, thank you for being here. I'm going to try to get to all the questions. I had some issues editing my description and bullet points, found out that my disclaimer had FBA in the wording. Can't use, I can't see the rest of the comment, but yeah, so there's some sensitive words you have to be careful that you don't include in your listing. You don't want to use like pesticide devices, bugs, even FDA certifications. Those types of words will flag your account as hazmat and can cause issues. And so if you've already created the listing, you took out any of those sensitive words, you've since updated it, it should take 24 hours for you to be able to update that, and you should be able to edit your listing like normal again. If not, I would contact Amazon seller support. They should be able to help you and kind of guide you on how to fix that. Thank you, Prafal, for being here. Petresco, I think is the name. Thank you for your question. Lillian, thank you for being here. I'm a new seller and have about 200 units on Amazon. So for Q4, should I order like 500 units or just 250 to top it off? I would order 500. I really would, guys. I think Q4 is going to be a blockbuster blowout Q4 time of year. Sales should double. So stock up. Absolutely. If I want to test some products that they don't have my brand or no brand on them, can I still list them? Yes, you can, but it opens you up and makes you a little more vulnerable to hijackers. And then the second question, if there is a brand name already selling on Amazon and there are many sellers selling the same brand and they each have their own buy box, how can I also list the same brand and own the buy box? So that's kind of retail online arbitrage. That'd be like if you had a Apple MacBook, you're selling a laptop. If you go onto Amazon, or even like a pair of Nike shoes, one seller will be selling a new pair of Nikes, one seller will be selling a used pair of Nikes, and then there'll be 5 to 10 other sellers selling used like new. To win the buy box, usually you have to have the lowest price. Nike is a trademark name. You wouldn't be able to sell it under that. You could sell under that brand name, but you'd have to have approval. If it's just a normal private label product, I don't recommend trying to sell on someone else's listing. What I highly recommend is branding all of your products from the very beginning. Branding all your products from the very beginning, and have that supplier print or attach your logo right on the product and packaging from the very beginning, launch the product, and then go through the trademark process. Shannon, thank you for being here. Mark, thank you for being here. What's up, guys? Kathy, so I have a 1,000 unit limit. I have 500 in stock the day I make my plan. So can I send Amazon 500 even though I already have 500 in stock? I think is what your question is, Kathy. And yes, you should be able to send in another 500, or let's say you have 500 in stock. If you go to inventory planning, you should be able to see your IPI or max unit. If it doesn't update, like it's a couple weeks behind, what I would do is go and try to create a new shipping plan for those 500 units and see if it allows you to go through and do that. Okay, a couple more questions here. Which should I do first? Ask for the listing approval, or ask the manufacturer to produce the goods first? I'm doing private label. I would do them at the same time. Hopefully you've already come up with a brand name and a logo. You've checked trademarkia.com, uspto.gov to make sure the brand name is available. You get a logo done, you send it to your supplier, have them make first a custom sample with your logo or brand name on the product, ship that to your house, and then make the listing, because you'll need to take pictures of that custom sample and submit that to Amazon for approval to change your brand name until you get brand registry and a trademark. Is there any opportunity left in the USA marketplace? Absolutely. USA marketplace is on fire. I think Q4 is going to be a record-breaking year for us Amazon e-commerce sellers. So I still am very, very bullish and happy with the USA marketplace. Okay, and if I had to give you like one other market, like just say like another market I would probably say the UK. I think I like the UK because the Helium 10 extensions and tools work in that marketplace, so I can actually see data. And so I would recommend the UK or Australia. Australia, the country is going into summer there soon. And so look at launching summer type products in Australia. But UK, Australia would probably be my next two. What's up, Hugo? What's up, Mr. Rabbit? Hi, Sarah. Hi, MZ. Thank you guys for being here. So cool you guys are watching. I'm trying to get through all the questions. There's a lot coming in, and then I'll go back to the Zoom if you're in the Zoom call. Can you tell me the process of setting up VAT? I do not have experience with the Europeans setting up the VAT. My accountant, the product I sell in the UK, my accountant handled that. So I'm not familiar with exactly what paperwork or certifications or documents you'll need for the VAT. I would try to find a CPA in UK to help you with that. Which one to start for a new seller, SP or LLC? Sole proprietorship or LLC or an S Corp, I would probably, the LLC is the most popular just because a limited liability corporation, if anybody were to get hurt with your product, they can only come after your assets of your business. So like they could only come after like your computer or your inventory. So an LLC is fine. There are some benefits if you do an S Corp though, and you can look into both those. Hi, Sarah. Thanks for being here. What's a good deadline date for finalizing product research and ordering inventory for Q4? Great question. I'd say August 1st if you want to get it there by October 1st. And long check-in times, especially at the Phoenix and Dallas Amazon fulfillment centers. So I would try to order by the 1st, which we already had. So just as soon as possible and stock up because Q4 is going to be record-breaking. I go with 200 products. I sell like 20 products a day. In 1 to 2 weeks, the limit will go to at least 600. It won't probably be in that quickly, 1 to 2 weeks. It'll probably be more like 3 to 5 weeks after you start selling, depending on how well you're selling. On your next shipment, you'll definitely be able to send in more than 200. Okay, thank you, Skin Hair Nails. MZ, can I open my first new seller account with a new LLC because I heard Amazon will not accept new LLCs? Haven't seen anything regarding Amazon not accepting new LLCs. You should be fine. If you already have an account and it's under your personal details, you can switch it over to the new LLC details, or ask for approval for a second account. Can you start a seller account with a debit card? I heard you have to have a credit card. I believe you do have to have a credit card. I would recommend that you do get a credit card. That's what I'd recommend. I'm not sure if a debit card will work. Excited for this session. Oh, so cool, guys. I can see I'm now over in the Zoom chat. So hi, David. Hi, Francisco. Hi, Fahad. Hi, David Balls. Thank you for being here. What's up, guys? So cool. So happy you're here. Okay, let's go on over to the Zoom call and take a look at some of the questions in there. I've got all caught up on the questions in YouTube. I want to launch 6 products in the next month, 2,500 units for each one. I plan to top launch with over 200 giveaways in the first 10 days, so at least 20 product sales per day. The 200 limit on that is ruining my plans. Yeah, they're ruining a lot of people's plans. You know, this was something I did not expect. I thought after we got over the coronavirus issue, back in March when they shut down completely, I didn't think that would ever happen again. Unfortunately, it's happened again. So you'll be limited to 200 on each one. I would recommend sending the other 2,300 units on each product. Of those 6 products, that's a lot of inventory. I'd recommend sending them to a 3PL like Deliver or ShipBob. Hello, Prafal. Thank you for being here. Francisco, thank you for being here. So cool. You guys are here. Should I do the hack and make my listing? We answered that one. You can try the hack, but I wouldn't recommend it for creating multiple shipping plans with multiple tabs open. Okay, next question here. It's a thermometer and I brand. They are asking for a lot of units to put my brand. They want 1,000 units to put my brand on there. I see a lot of sellers on Amazon with the same brand, not a reseller has their own listing. You could try that. That's called retail online arbitrage, where you essentially buy from the supplier, you list on someone else's listing. If it's a big, huge brand, that may be okay. However, you have a lot more control, a lot more leverage, and a lot more opportunity for growth and making money long-term if you do private label it and put your own brand name on the product. If your supplier wants you to order 1,000 pieces, try to negotiate it down to 750 or 500. If they want 1,000 piece MOQ for a custom box, tell them you'll buy 1,000 boxes, but you're only going to order 500 and need them to hold on to the other 500. You could try that with the logo as well. I don't need to order 1,000. I need to order 500 units. Can you charge me just a $200 or $300 logo fee one time? How do I charge my Amazon, change my Amazon with UPS address? As I heard, I've seen everyone asking this. So you shouldn't have to update your UPS address. If you created the shipping plan, you have your supplier or freight forwarder shipping it to the Amazon fulfillment center. I don't believe there's any way you should, or any reason or way you need to go in there and change the shipping plan, the ship to address. Hi, Joseph. Thank you for being here. What's up, Joseph? Zuzi, thank you for being here. Renee, thank you for joining. I'm trying to get to these questions. Next one is from Mark. Hi, Brian. Could you give us some tips on how to go about working with influencer marketings with social media platforms have had the most success with? Instagram, absolutely Instagram. DM, direct message, 100, 200. If you have a VA, 500. Direct message 100 to 500 Instagram influencers in your niche. You can go onto Instagram if your product was a USB rechargeable blender. If I had a USB rechargeable blender and I was launching it and I wanted to get an influencer, all you need is one. Message 250 influencers or 100 to start with. All you need is one influencer to say yes. You send them a free product and $50. They have over 10,000 followers. They do a swipe up in their stories. It takes their viewers, their audience directly to your Amazon product listing or to a Helium 10's portals landing page to give them a discount, something like that. All you need is one and your brand is, your launch is successful. It's seriously one of the most under-discovered tools for launching is influencers. Again, you just message 100 to 250 influencers. You want one that has like over 10,000 followers. You give them $50 and a free product. Ask them if they will do a swipe up option in their stories, paid partnership with your brand name, and post a few pictures with your Instagram handle. Now, I have a video coming out on my YouTube channel that will break down a step-by-step kind of all of those steps on Instagram influencers for product launches. That should be coming out next week, Mark. Nick, if you delete a posting, do you have to wait 24 hours to relaunch it? You can delete the product listing. The barcode you used for creating that private label listing may not be able to be reused again. If you delete the listing, wait 24 hours, and you can try to use the same barcode, usually it won't work though. So if let's say you're selling a product and you need to relabel it, it got restricted or something happened, I would create a fulfillment order, send those units back to you, relabel them with a new FNSKU, create a new listing, and then ship the inventory back into Amazon. Hi, Brian. I'm trying to be positive about the shipping change. I can hold some for merchant fulfilled if Amazon slows down. Yeah, you know, if you're ordering 300 units or 500 units on your first order, we're gonna have the supplier manufacture, package, label all 500, just like they are going to Amazon. We're gonna ship 200 to Amazon, and then the other 300 to your house or to a 3PL. Or maybe you have, if you're ordering 300, you have 150 sent to Amazon, 150 sent to you, and then on the side, you can do some FBM or merchant fulfilled. That's another option. Yeah, thank you, Joseph, for being here. And Kim, hello. Does changing my title after shipping, is it a problem? So I wouldn't change your title too much. After you create your product listing, you do your shipping plan, I would not adjust your title too much, maybe 1 or 2 words, but I wouldn't change it more than that because until it gets to Amazon, because that's on your FNSKU. Okay, and yeah, guys, the inventory problem is such a such a negative part. But trust me, stock up, use a 3PL, use your house, whatever it takes. Order excess inventory. Q4 is going to be on fire. I want to sell fridge magnets. They are very small. Should I get some certifications or something? Is there anything different I need? Limitations, special restrictions for magnets? For fridge magnets, they're so small, they're not very powerful. I don't think your product should come up as restricted or hazmat, anything like that. Hi, Chucks. Thank you for being here. After it gets to Amazon, can I change my title? Yes. After the product gets to Amazon, you'll be able to update your title. If your title doesn't update after 24 hours for whatever reason, I would contact seller support and see if they can't walk you through changing that. I've always had no problems on all my products being able to edit any part of it, description, title, bullet points at any time. But I just have heard don't adjust the title if you've already created your shipping plan. Okay, I heard Amazon will show the seller account's address, which is my home address. I want to replace that with my UPS address. Don't want the public to see my address. How do I go about doing that? Okay, you need to go into your Amazon seller account. You need to go to account info. You need to change your address to either a virtual address. There's some services online that will set up a virtual address in Wyoming, or you can register an LLC and use a virtual mailbox, or you can use a UPS store. They have different mailbox options. You just go into your settings, account info, and in their account information, I believe, is where you can update your business storefront name. And then if there's any address section now, I would edit that as well. Best way to package a 20 by 31 product. Okay, so that is a fairly large product because it's probably small oversized, right, Olga? It's probably considered a small oversized product. You're probably going to be able to get like 1 or 2 units per carton. And so if you're buying 200 of those, you're going to have a lot of cartons. Just remember that master shipping cartons can't be over 50 pounds. And they can't be over 25 inches by 25 inches by 25 inches, okay? That's a master shipping carton. So for most products, it's like 15 units per carton, and you'll have like, 30 cartons for 500 units. Thank you, Chucks. Thank you, Joseph. Appreciate you guys being here. Let me go back over to the YouTube side. And then when I get back over to the Zoom side, I want to share my screen. Why don't we do some product research? You guys can let me know if you'd like me to share kind of the niches, categories, types of products I see the most opportunity in right now. And again, I think one thing, if you take away If you take away a couple things from today's live stream is don't get down on yourself because of the inventory limits. You know, I did not expect this either. It affected my business. It's affecting everyone. And it's those sellers who take the time to adapt and overcome these challenges are the ones who are going to be successful. And I think if you should order 500 units, even with this inventory limit, and Q4 is going to be a blowout quarter. So I hope you guys really consider, stocking up for Q4, because with check-in times 2 to 4 weeks right now, with shipping times 3 to 6 weeks right now, with productions, 3 to 6 weeks, if you want to launch in Q4, you need to order now, and you need to order double what you were going to order because you're going to sell a lot of units. Q4 is the lowest risk possible for launching products. Seriously, guys, my sales double on almost all my products during Q4. It's the best time of the whole year. The worst case is, let's say you were going to order 300 units and now you order 600. The worst case scenario is you lower your price and sell out and get your money back. Okay, a couple of other questions. Where can I go to see if any certifications or restrictions on the product? You go into your seller account. Well, you can Google Amazon restricted products and categories, or you can go into your seller account, go to the top left, catalog, add products, and then type in the name of the product. And then on the right side, select new condition. You want to see sell this product, sell this product, sell this product. If you see listing limitations apply or apply to sell on half of them or more, it's a restricted product. Some products are easier to get unrestricted in, like topical products, like makeup and cosmetics are restricted. But if you just get a custom sample with your brand logo, with the manufacturer's info on the box, you can pretty much get ungated. Lakeisha, thank you for being here. Sarah, thank you for being here. Jane, so awesome you guys are here. Another question, where can I go? Oh no, I answered that one. Should we do full or final inspection for first order? I recommend Inspect Demand. It's $140. They will go to the factory and inspect 20 or 30% of all your goods. And they do a very, very good job, a detailed report breaking everything down. Next question. Oh, it was another question about the fridge magnets. Should I do an ordinary product, just launch the fridge magnets, or should I contact seller support for more details? If you're doing product research and you research fridge magnets, maybe there's a certain niche within a niche, I always like to say, like children's fridge magnets, something like that. It may be an okay product, but I don't have the numbers in front of me to make a good decision one way or the other. But I would recommend, coming up with some custom, clever, unique magnets that are your own designs and create your own private label listing. Always ask them for approval for everything. Never assume yours will be okay. So only certain categories are restricted, like topical products, lighting products, supplements and pills, all lamps and lighting fixtures, some electronics, not all, like curling irons, hair dryers are restricted. You can do what I just mentioned to check if it is restricted, but if you're able to create a new product listing with no issues, it's like, 65% of the products are ungated, unrestricted, so you shouldn't have any problems. If you do, Amazon will definitely let you know. Next question, Prime Day prediction on date, 15th of October. I think that's a pretty good prediction, Andre. I think that's a pretty good prediction. I think Amazon will reschedule it, and I expect it to be very, very popular. Okay, going back to the Zoom now. Hopefully you're in the Zoom call. Also, please share which categories are most profitable to sell on the side, doing FBM during Q4 while still selling on FBA. If I had to give you one category, or one thing, guys, toys and games is restricted during Q4. I think they've already started it, actually. You won't be able to create a new product listing in toys and games. Toys and games are off limits during Q4. The reason is because Amazon gets a lot of, or they haven't had in the past, they were getting a lot of counterfeits and fake toys, brand name toys, and so they just shut it down for all new listings. I think the only way you could launch a toy right now is if you got the product to Amazon, created the listing, and launched before October 1st. Okay, guys, I want to tell you what categories do I see the most upside, the most potential to sell in, and then why don't I give you one thing that I want you guys to be aware of. The one thing I'll do the one thing to be aware of first. The one thing I want you guys to be aware of is competition sabotage. There is a ton of reviewer agents, big Chinese sellers, big international brands using reviewer agents, using people to buy your product. Leave a negative 1-star or 2-star review. Try to report your product as used, being sold as new. There's a lot of competition sabotage going on. Also with PPC, you have to be very smart with your ad dollars, so you don't blow through a lot of money. The best way to get over the competition sabotage is to get an inspection, brand your product very well, get that inspection so you know how high quality it is. You had an inspection done, so you know there's no defective units or shouldn't be many. So if you get that 1-star review when you launch, the product was defective or didn't work, or they say sold as used, you can report those types of reviews. Most of the time, Amazon will remove them, but I want you guys to be aware of a lot of negative reviews being left on products by your competitors. Report them and get 5-star reviews to offset that. So that's one big problem I see, is there's a ton of reviewer agents. One more thing on reviews, guys. If you are going to use friends and family for reviews, do search, find, buy. When you first launch your product, have your friends and family, 5 of them is all you need, to go onto Amazon, type in your product. If you were launching a water bottle, they need to go onto Amazon and type in water bottle. And then they need to go page by page, page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, find your product, click on it, buy it. Family members should buy, search, find, buy, that's it. Friends and friends of friends should search, find, buy, and review. Just make sure you have those reviews coming in from your friends and friends of friends over a 5 or 6 day period in between. The early reviewer program is another good way to get reviews, and Instagram influencers with follow-up emails. I'm going to talk about for FBM on the side. Is that a good option? Absolutely. FBM essentially means you have your product listing. It's set to both fulfillment by Amazon and fulfillment by merchant. So you'd have to have units at your house, and when orders come in, you'll be fulfilling those orders and shipping them to the customer. Now, sometimes, and you don't pay the FBA fee, you only pay the 15% referral fee on FBM orders, but then you go through your seller account and buy shipping. Sometimes when you go to buy shipping for FBM orders, it can be more expensive than the FBA fee, sometimes a little bit less, but you can do that all through your seller account. Which types of products do I recommend for FBM fulfillment? Any really, especially like personal products, like apparel, like clothing products, jewelry. If you can do FBM and include like a nice personal handwritten note, thanking the customer, a little bit about your brand. You should be doing this with FBA product insert cards as well. But if you do FBM on the side for a few units, you get the hang of it, you don't mind shipping and packaging them yourself, and you write a nice handwritten note in those FBM orders thanking the customer, you're going to get a ton of reviews. That can really, really work. Okay, the best categories. What do I recommend for categories? Hi, Caitlin. Thank you for being here. Haven't seen you in a while. I hope you and your mom are well. Miss you guys and all of the Terra Blanca family. Categories that I see the most potential in: home and kitchen, home decor, home furnishings, patio, lawn, and garden. We're kind of coming up on the end of the summer though, so be careful there. Sports and outdoors, at-home fitness and training gear, huge market there. Ton of products I've launched in both those categories in the past 6 to 12 months. They're all doing so well. My sales for some of my products are up over 150% in those sports and outdoors categories, and home and kitchen categories are up like 150% sales year over year, just because of the demand. I've got some videos on my channel that will show you kind of how to go back in time to see how was those products selling before the coronavirus and how are they selling now. And so you can make sure there's enough demand. If you have any questions on how to do that, you can reach out to me on Facebook Messenger. I'd be happy to answer those. Chucks, when is the best time to switch to professional account, please? Is it better to wait a week before my product arrives or after launch? I would switch your professional if you're on an individual account right now. This is just the Amazon setting, guys. This isn't like a business or like an LLC. He's just asking, like, you have two options in your Amazon Seller Central account settings: professional or individual. Professional, $39.99 a month. Individual, $1 every time you sell a product, which is expensive. You were selling 500 or 1,000 units. So you'd much better just paying the professional account $39.99. You'll need to switch that over when it's time to create the shipping plan. Okay. Jane, thank you for being here. How about beauty tools? Not all beauty tools are restricted, but a lot of them are, like hair curling irons, ultrasonic facial massagers. Some of those products can be restricted, but not all. Also, any appliance, small appliance that plugs into the wall, sometimes can be restricted too. What is Q4? Q4 is October 1st through January 1st. So October, November, December. It's the busiest 3 months of the whole year. In fact, I know some Amazon sellers who make over half of their money in Q4 in those 3 months alone. Jane, if your product costs $10 to buy and ship, and it's in a small package, how much would you sell it for? What is the best calculator you would recommend? The calculator I would recommend is the Amazon FBA revenue calculator. You can just Google that, and that will let you put in under your fulfillment or Amazon fulfillment, and you can kind of calculate both kind of methods of fulfillment. For a product like that, if you're selling it for $10, landed, cost of product, packaging, logo on product, DDP shipping, insert card, barcode labeling, all the way to the Amazon warehouse for $10, I would try to sell it for $25 to $35, depending on how big the product is. You typically want to get at least 3 times. So if I buy the product for 10, I want to be able to sell it for 30 or more. Jungle Scout, they have a price calculator tool. Yeah, Jungle Scout has a price calculator tool. So does Helium 10 that loads on every product listing page. The FBA revenue calculator or the profitability calculator is very helpful. I do like the FBA revenue calculator more because it's straight from Amazon. Okay, I'm going to jump over into the Zoom call. Artie, thank you for being here. Clive Woods, thank you for being here. Lakeisha, thank you for joining. Lillian, Mark, me too, thank you for being here. Mike, Nancy, Natasha, Nick Gurr, Olga, Romana, I see all you guys in here. So much appreciate you guys being here, and everyone watching on YouTube and Facebook, all of it. Okay, we went over that one. That would be great. Prime Day predictions, I answered that one. Where is best to buy GS1 barcodes? To buy your GS1 UPC barcodes, I recommend buying them from nationwidebarcode.com. They are $12 per barcode per one UPC. You only need one UPC per FBA private label product. Okay, just one UPC. You're going to buy the UPC just to create the listing, $12. You use the UPC just to create the listing, and then you never use it again. You're going to switch it over to FBA, and then you're going to get the FN SKU barcode. That's what you're going to send to your supplier to be labeled or printed on each unit's box, packaging, or bag. Anything I should be concerned about bringing a product made from wood from India? You know, most wood products, I haven't seen any issues. I really haven't. You know, I've imported wood products from China. I haven't from India, but I have not seen any issues with importing wood products. Amazon doesn't have any restrictions on most wood products. The only potential risk I see there is you may run into customs. Your freight forwarder or supplier should know what HS code, which customs, how to declare it to get it through customs, okay? Brian, if I'm unable to sell in Q4 and I'm a new seller, should I do arbitrage instead? Olga, absolutely. Start with what you can. If you did want to start private label now, you would be able to get products to the Amazon warehouse in time for Q4. Like if you order the end of this month, you could sell, end of October, November, December. But absolutely start where you can. If you don't have the budget to invest into private label right now, that's how I started. I started with retail online arbitrage, you know, flipping products. I used, what's that tool? I used a software, Tactical Arbitrage, to help me find products that were like $10 from Wayfair, or $6 from Overstock, or, you know, different websites, $6 from Walmart. And then I'd flip it and sell it on Amazon for $20, $30, $40. So start with where you can. Not everyone can jump right into private label. You may be starting with a lower budget. I started online retail arbitrage with about $50, $100, and I started private label with about $2,600. Will nationwide barcodes violate Amazon's brand registry process? The answer is no. I've always got my barcodes from nationwidebarcode.com and never had a problem. In fact, I have this in writing from Amazon. Nationwide Barcodes is a authorized, approved GS1 retailer. So they are actually approved by Amazon, $12 per barcode. Tip, use promo 40 discount code to take it down to only $7.20 per barcode. No reason to spend $250 for 5 barcodes and $50 a year from gs1.org. And you won't have any problems with brand registry as well. There's also a setting when you first create the listing, you can choose EIN number, and you get that from Nationwide as well. Is there a way on Helium 10? Mac, Joshi, thank you for being here. Is there a way on Helium 10 to check estimation on PPC per keyword? So how much are you going to spend per keyword? There's really not any way to estimate that. Usually you'll know, though, by the first few days of launch, after launch, like the first 5 to 7 days, you'll have a good idea on how much you're going to need to bid and spend per keyword and just on the campaign in general. On Helium 10, is there a way to check the rough amount of sales your competitors are making? Lillian, great questions. All of you guys have such amazing questions. I'm so impressed with your guys' questions, and I just can't thank each and every one of you for being here. I wanted to do some live product research before we wrap up. But let me answer that. There is no way to use Helium 10's tools to estimate sales. However, there is sort of a way. When you have a product pulled up on Amazon and that Helium 10 sales graph loads, if that Helium 10 sales graph loads on the underneath the main image, click all time, get an average BSR, the best sellers rank, get an average of where it's at, and then use Google Jungle Scout Sales Estimator, and put in the category, the marketplace, the BSR, and Jungle Scout will estimate how many sales that product is making. And you can do that for different times of year. You can do that, I think, up to 5 products for the estimator. Yeah, I can type in the promo code for barcodes. Promo 40 is the nationwide barcodes, 1 UPC for $7.20. Okay, guys. What would you guys like? Anyone have any other questions? Let me jump over to the YouTube side. What if Amazon will find out you bought your UPC not from GS1? Nothing will happen as long as you only get your GS1 UPC barcode from either GS1 or Nationwide Barcode. All the other ones I cannot recommend, and I don't recommend Speedy Barcodes, UPC Bay, UPC Now, eBay, Speedy Barcodes, all of that. Just Nationwide Barcode. They are approved, authorized GS1 retailer. Is it a good idea to use a sourcing company? Actually, let me go right back. I'll be right back, Jane. Hugo, is it a good idea to have a freight forwarder? Yes, freight forwarders can save you money. What I recommend doing, Hugo, is let's say you're talking to a couple suppliers for your product. Ask them to quote you cost of product plus DDP shipping. Okay, ask them to quote you the cost of product plus DDP on from a couple suppliers, if they even will offer DDP. Some suppliers don't. They're not large enough. They don't have a shipping department. And then go out to a couple freight forwarders like Inspect-A-Man, Unicargo, Marshall Lennox, and ask them for the DDP quote. You'll need to give them the supplier's location. Is it EXW terms or FOB? If it's EXW, the supplier's factory warehouse. If it's FOB terms, the seaport like Shenzhen, and how many cartons, how many units per carton, and the total weight of all those cartons. Okay, Jane, sourcing company. Sourcing companies are a good idea. I think there's nothing wrong with using one. I personally have never used a sourcing company, but I know some sellers that do that, and they're very happy. They speak Chinese. They can go find suppliers that we don't see on Alibaba. So it's not a bad idea to find a sourcer, a sourcing company, or a product sourcing agent. Upwork or Fiverr should be fine. Be careful of their fees. Sometimes they charge a huge hidden commission on the order. Do I need certificates for medicine devices like forehead thermometer? Forehead thermometer, probably not, but for all other medical devices, like even like an inflatable neck pillow that stretches your spine, it's probably considered a medical device, and I'd be very careful. Also, don't include any FDA words or certifications like that in your listing. That could flag it. Any discounts for Amazon for All course? Hugo, I'm not offering a discount right now on the Amazon for All course, because it comes with my direct one-on-one mentorship where we're getting on live Zoom calls, once a week for up to 8 weeks. I don't offer any discount on the full 60-day Amazon for All mentorship. But what maybe I could do for you is put together a package of like 5 calls, and you could use them as needed for a discount. Reach out to me. Be happy to. You've been a huge fan and supporter since day one. All of you guys have been so amazing with the support and love you guys show me. So cool you guys are here. I know you guys, on the East Coast, there's a big hurricane going on. So I know there's a lot going on. Coronavirus, taking care of your family. So just the fact that you guys came and spent some time with me today really means a lot. Hey, Brian, hi, Christian. Could you give me some clarifications on title and bullet points? Having trouble getting the exact info we need, limitations, and seeing competitors use over 1,000 characters total. Bullet points, I've never really seen any cap. You can use, I would do 2 or 3 sentences per bullet point. The first part capitalized and a little emoji in the front. For title, no more than 200 characters. Title should be short, concise, include left to right your best, top, most relevant keywords for your product. Try to get your top 3 to 5 keywords in your title from left to right in importance. 200 character max. Description can be like 2 paragraphs long. That's it. Bullet points, 2 to 3 sentences per bullet max. I compared DDP costs from supplier and freight forwarder, and the first one charged me double. Yeah, that's a perfect example. That's why I strongly recommend you ask a couple suppliers for DDP price and a couple freight forwarders for DDP price. Also, what can happen is suppliers try to take advantage of new FBA sellers by tricking them into buying on FOB terms or DDU or DAP. All you want is DDP from the supplier. Ask for a quote, but then also get other quotes from freight forwarders. That's a great point. Skin, hair, nails. Christian, thank you so much for your question. Great questions in here. Hugo, I'm really happy you made it too. Jane, all of you. Kim O'Neill, thank you. Jennifer, Mac, you guys are awesome for being here. Let me go back over to the Zoom call. And does anyone want to come on and maybe do a question live with me? Would anybody want to do that? You can just type in your name and I'll be able to unmute you and you can ask your question if you'd like. If you didn't get it answered, I know a lot of you guys have been able to get your question answered. Can you highlight the best launching? Let me go back to Olga. What's more accurate for getting search volume? Helium 10 for sure, Cerebro and Magnet. Can you highlight the best launching and ranking product for Q4? The best launching strategy, Amazon Early Reviewers Program, lightning deals, coupon codes, competitive price, strong and effective PPC campaigns, multiple autos, 2 autos, 3 manuals, 2 product targeting minimum for the first 2 to 3 weeks during the honeymoon period. Instagram influencers, I'll be having a video coming out going over that probably next week. All of those things work. And hopefully you have a product insert card and set up the Helium 10 follow-up email to get reviews. The faster you can get reviews, the more sales you'll make. I see a lot of people start PPC and they don't have any reviews, and it can be very costly. Olga, you're welcome. Natasha, do you think it's okay to use the same freight forwarder for inspections and shipping? Yes, absolutely, Natasha. It's actually a good idea because if you work with the supplier on EXW price, That means 0 shipping included. So you just pay the supplier for the cost of product, packaging, box design, logo, insert card, FNSKU. You pay the supplier for that EXW, and then you hire a freight forwarder like Inspect Demand to handle DDP shipping. A lot of the times they'll just throw in the inspection for free when they go to the factory to pick up your product. Can you give us the inspector name and freight forwarding company? Yep, I'll type that in right now, and I will get the link to you. But Inspect Demand is the one I recommend. Actually, I think I can get you the link right now. Yep. Oh, and I had some questions that I wanted to cover from Masami. Is Masami still here? She had some great questions. I had some people who submitted. We'll go a little bit longer than an hour because I wanted to get some really important questions answered for Masami. I don't know if Masami's still here, but here you go. Artie, the inspection company and freight forwarding company. Facebook Live is still going. That's awesome. Mark is still here. Mike's still here. Nancy, Natasha, Nick, Olga, Romana. Okay. Thanks for doing this. Freight forwarder, all of that. Great. I got that answered. Sandeep, thank you for being here. Masami, you still here? Good. Okay. Let me try to share my screen and go over these questions because I know you submitted questions beforehand. You guys should be able to see my screen. I'm going to go into this doc right here, and then I'll jump back. Okay, so questions. Number 1, my products are on Amazon. I created them 2 months ago. The products are on the way. They will arrive around August 30th. You said one time that Amazon starts to take Amazon won't start to take data, and the honeymoon period won't start until you officially launch or start selling. I already have variations on one of my products, and I'm thinking of adding one more. If you created a parent listing, which hopefully you did, you created a parent listing, and then you linked up the other 2 child variations, inside Manage Inventory, to create a new variation, you should just be able to go to that parent listing, click Variations on the parent listing, add a new variation, the color, the ASIN, the price, and the quantity. With PPC, I have many variations in different colors with 12 different SKUs. How do I do PPC? You're able to run PPC just on 1 or 2, maybe the best sellers, or for launch and for testing, I would probably recommend running PPC on all variations to see which one performs better, which keywords are converting more, and then you can really narrow down your targeting. I'm in the process of creating a new name for my brand. I was wondering if Amazon will allow me to update my account and change it, replacing the storefront business name. Yes, you'll be able to change your storefront name to your new business name and update any new bank account, deposit method, charge method, that kind of stuff. With the new limits, when will I be allowed to create a second shipment? So you'll be able to send 200 on the first, and then on the second shipment, you probably will be able to create that second shipment of probably 300 units or 400 or 500, probably about a week after they get to Amazon and you launch. It's all according to your IPI. Amazon takes an average. How many units do you have in stock? How many did you sell that month? Travis McGraw, thank you for being here. Chris, thank you for being here. We're just going over some questions some viewers submitted beforehand. Zuzi, Brian, after launching a new PPC campaign for the first month, do you recommend keep it running? If yes, how? So when you launch a new product, I will run a couple autos, 2 to 3 manual, 2 to 3 product targeting. I typically will let the autos run for a month. The manual campaigns after launch, I'm in there probably every 3 to 5 days, adjusting the bids. You'll want to keep them running for at least 2 or 3 weeks to get data. But what you start to do is you can stop the auto 2 because it was just collecting data against the first auto. Let the auto 1 continue. You'll take your 3 manual campaigns. You'll have 1 manual for exact, 1 manual campaign for phrase, 1 manual campaign for broad. And then you can start to taper down your bids and budgets on those ones after a month and merge the best performing keywords with the best ACOS and orders over to a new manual exact campaign. For the product targeting, you can keep those ongoing depending on how they're performing. Roth and Kay, thank you for being here. Suppose I get a custom sample from the supplier and take pics send them to Amazon for the product and for the approval. And Amazon, a product approval requires they ask for an invoice as well. I haven't seen Amazon request invoices. Usually a picture with your product picture with logo on it, packaging with logo, website, domain name, URL, all submitted with the document I have in the template I have. That should be all you need to get approval. Invoices, you should be able to get one through your Alibaba Trade Assurance order. The ones from your supplier usually won't work because they're not paid. It'll have to be shown paid from Alibaba Trade Assurance order. G. Fransco, thank you for being here. Since the manufacturer hasn't started production yet, yeah, so you'll have to go with an Alibaba Trade Assurance order, but it hasn't been paid. But most of the time, 80% of the time, Amazon doesn't need a invoice. How do I set up a VA to be able to view my account? So you can find a VA on Upwork.com or onlinejobs.com. I only recommend you hiring a VA until you are profitable. Until you're profitable, your business is profitable, you understand the process, so you can direct them and educate them if they don't know something and you're the leader. You can grant the VA access to your seller account permanently or temporarily, like for 30 days. I actually only do temporary access with my VA. I'm very, very restrictive and very careful. I do not give access to my seller account to anyone. Refunds and customer service. How do I know if a customer wants me to respond to a question? You will get this inside your seller central account under the buyer seller messages. And always try to respond to your reviews, your questions in your reviews, good or bad, and your buyer seller messages within 24 hours, okay? Chris, can running a coupon several times on a product affect your sales? I put a coupon last night and got 0 sales today and getting about 5 to 8 in the past. So you're running a coupon, you've run multiple coupons on the same product. Can it affect your sales? Well, you're only allowed 1 coupon at a time, but anything you can do to increase your sales to get customers to click on your listing, buy your listing is helpful. So it shouldn't affect anything with ranking or anything like that. But coupons can be effective for getting more sales. Absolutely. You do pay 60 cents every time you sell 1 unit though. Hi, Chris. Thank you for being here. What's up, Chris? I see you're very active in a lot of the Facebook groups, and I really appreciate you, all of you guys who are in the Amazon FBA Gladiators group. I'm in that group every single day answering questions, and I appreciate all of you guys who participate in the FBA Gladiators group. That's my group. You're welcome to join. That's free. Roth, when listing, do you really need a domain? So I've seen this happen a couple different times. One, when you create the product listing, you get it entered, you submit the email to Amazon, picture of your product with logo, packaging with logo, the email asking them to be able to change the brand name. Sometimes that'll be enough. Other times they'll come back and say, we didn't have enough data. And then at that point, you would also need to send your domain name that you own the website or domain name. Okay, who do I have design my insert card? Insert card, I just find someone on Fiverr. Dat, I don't know if Dat Doe is watching. He used to be my full part-time graphics designer for all my graphics, logos, insert cards, box designs, and photos. I haven't been able to get a hold of him, so Fiverr would be your best bet. Can you cover some product research which you're planning to show? Absolutely, I'll do a quick product research overview of how I find products before we wrap up. Without brand registry, can I post an instructional video in my images on my product listing? The answer is, in the past, it's been no, but I think I just saw something in the group. I can't confirm this is true. I have not seen anything from Amazon saying this, but I saw in the group, a Facebook group, someone did post that all sellers without brand registry will be able to include a video. I'm not sure if that's true or not. If it is, you'll just need to do a 1 minute or under video for your last image, and you'll be able to upload that video in your images section of edit listing. Chris, thank you for being here. So awesome, Chris, for being here. Appreciate you being participating in the groups as well. I own my own brand domain name, but drop shipping the product, not private label. So I'm not sure about drop shipping. I'm not experienced with drop shipping. I'm only experienced with online retail arbitrage, Amazon handmade, Amazon FBA private label, and a little bit of wholesale. So private label is what I'd recommend you do. Okay. Hey, Brian, sorry I'm late. How common is it to have competitors leave a bad review? Is there a way to spot them? Yeah, Chris, I mentioned this early on, about halfway through the video, about one major issue I see right now is competitor sabotage. And there's no way to monitor this other than to have the Helium 10 hijacker alerts on and to just monitor your reviews. And when you do get that 1-star or 2-star review, that you log into your Seller Central account, head on over to your product listing, write a response, signed in as the seller, so that the customers see that you, the seller, responded to the problem. And if they are not verified purchases, or you can tell it's a competitor because you look at the order ID and something looks fishy, like international seller address delivered to, absolutely report them is number one. Report them to Amazon. Number two, try to get 5-star reviews to offset that 1-star. Okay, let's do some product research. Product research. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Let's go through here. Product research. I always start with, I'll just start with my favorite method, which is one of them is Helium 10 black box. That's usually where I'll start. Now, which categories do I think are going to be the best for Q4? Sports and outdoors, home and kitchen, kitchen and dining, arts, crafts, and sewing is another good one. A lot of people doing arts, crafts, and sewing at home with their kids. Jewelry making is on fire right now. Bread making, at-home baking products and accessories and tools on fire right now. All of those types of products are doing extremely well. At-home fitness products, all doing extremely well. Okay, I come into Helium 10. If you don't have Helium 10, I've got a 50% off code in all of my YouTube video descriptions that'll take this down to only $48 for the first month. One more question here from Chucks. I do not have brands yet. Do I need to do anything to be approved before I can sell my first private label product? Yes, two things. Check to make sure the product's not restricted or in a gated category by looking up the list or running it through your Seller Central account, catalog, add products you want to see sell yours, not request approval or listing limitations apply. Number two, you will need to order a custom sample from now on, guys. Get a custom sample from your supplier with your logo on it, brand name on it, on the packaging, and buy the domain name for your brand name. Okay, guys, I come into keywords, minimum search volume. I do 3,000 minimum monthly revenue. And the reason I go into keywords is because I like to look at whole niches or whole categories rather than just one product at a time. I personally look for products that are usually over $50, but I'll do 20 today. The reason I like to sell higher price products is because there's more margin left over for advertising, for marketing. Everyone wants to start Amazon with $1,000. Everyone wants to sell a $20 or $15 product because it only costs $3 or $4 or $2 to source. And those products quickly become oversaturated and very competitive. So I highly recommend, once you are able to and can afford it, you look at products that sell over $50 as the selling price on Amazon. But I'll do 20 to 100 today. Max review count, we can do 255. Again, this is a whole category, not just one keyword or one product at a time. Arts, crafts, and sewing. These categories, guys, have made me the most money on Amazon. Baby milestone blankets, really competitive. I'll just name a few products I don't recommend you ever sell. Baby rope basket, laundry basket, rope basket, silicone reusable food storage bags, bamboo charcoal bags, baby picture frame kit, baby milestone blanket, party supplies, you know, like themed party supplies, not that. Wedding products, not a good idea right now. Banquet products, not a good idea right now. Which other ones? Toys and games are gated. You have to be careful with toys and games too, but those are just some products I don't recommend. You know, also there's some products I see over and over and over on YouTube a lot, like a scratch off world map, a wooden stash box. Stay away from those. If you see them on YouTube a lot, they're going to quickly become oversaturated. Here's the categories, guys, that have made me the most money: arts, crafts, and sewing, beauty, personal care, although half the products in there are going to be restricted because there's a lot of topical products that you need, cosmetics and stuff that you need approval. Patio, lawn, and garden, usually I would choose, but we're coming into Q4, so I'm going to leave that off. Sports and outdoors is another great category. Tools and home improvement, another awesome category. People at home wanting to fix up their houses right now and their office space in their homes. So sports, outdoors, tools and home improvement, patio, lawn, and garden, although a lot of seasonal products, so be careful in there. Kitchen and dining, industrial, home and kitchen, beauty, personal care, arts, crafts, and sewing. Right here, guys, in exclude keywords, I don't recommend and don't want to sell masks, sanitizers, towels, pillows, rugs, all too competitive for me. I don't like to do that. Number of sellers max, I do 1,000 here. That eliminates a lot of competition. I selected the categories. I did some exclude keywords. Best sellers rank, max 75,000. Anything over that, there's probably not enough demand. Sales, average monthly sales minimum. I like a product that makes me a minimum of $3,000 per month. So I'm going to put in monthly sales minimum 300 because usually my products have at least $10 profit per unit. So I need to sell at least 300 units a month for $3,000. And then I'm just going to go through here, guys, and take a look at this number right here, revenue and the review count. Let me just go through here. I'm looking for something I don't recognize right off the bat. Black gift bags, very interesting, very interesting. You can click the 3 little dots in the circle, view on Amazon. Okay, let's open up a couple here. Shampoo is restricted. Sky lanterns, it's kind of for events. I'm not going to go there. Cutting board, even though it's in grain or fancy bamboo cutting board is very competitive. So you would have to go very, very narrow, very specific cutting board, like curved or something like that. Hand soap is restricted. Galvanized wall decor, maybe heavy. Singles, Perel, sanitizer, no. Gold serving tray, I think that's used a lot at weddings and banquets, so I'm going to pass. Small vases, maybe. Take a look at that. Although I guess you could use those in the house, but a lot of events and weddings use small vases too, so you have to be careful. Hi, Anand. Hi, Leela. Thank you for being here. So awesome you guys are here. So before I wrap up the video, guys, today, let me just show you what I look for when I pull up a product idea. I went into Black Box, I open the product up on Amazon, and then I run X-ray. From here, I'm looking for a couple of things. Number one, I'm looking for the revenues. The revenues have to be strong and the sales have to be good. Then I look at the review count, then the search volume, then the shipping tier size, then the price. All of those things are important. And then the brand, the category, and the amount of sellers there are. That is this good starting point to take a look at how many sellers are out there, how much money are they making every month, what are the reviews like? Can I launch this product? We can only get about 30 reviews a month. So that's why we're looking for low reviews here. On Amazon, when you pull up your Chrome extension, you're looking for at least 5 or more sellers. You're looking for at least 5 or more sellers that have about 150 reviews or less. You could go up to 200. But the reason you want to see like this, 91 reviews doing 12,000, 91 reviews takes about 3 months. 80 reviews takes about 2 months. 34 reviews takes about 1 month. So if you see multiple FBA sellers making at least about 5,000 or more with about 50 reviews or less, 100 reviews or less, that's a very good sign that you can also make that amount of money when you launch the product. Now, these reviews are kind of high here, so I'm just iffy on this. Search volume is good. It's over 3,000. The price is pretty consistently over $20, so I'm happy about that. The category is home and kitchen. I like that category. It's mostly all FBA sellers. I don't like to see too many AMZ, AMZ, AMZ. I don't want to compete directly against Amazon. I just don't. Weight, I like 5 pounds or less. Most of these are all under 5 pounds. However, guys, I would not go into this product because these reviews are pretty high. These ones up here are very high, and 162 reviews should be making 15,000. 81 reviews is doing very well. 98 reviews, it should be doing at least 10,000. 131 reviews doing 15,000, should be doing 25,000. So the revenues are just a little low here. The reviews are a little high. So I would probably pass on that product. Also, when you're trying to pick a product, guys, to sell on Amazon, number one, can it be used in every household across America? Like a common product that can be used in every household. Number two, is there any barrier to entry? Is it harder to find a supplier? Do you have to come up with a custom design? Any barrier you can put up that other sellers won't go through that hassle gives you the edge and an opportunity to enter that market and make money. Okay, next one here, guys, is gift bag, black gift bag. I first look up here in the top left at the total results. I typically only want to see 2,000 or less. In this case, there's 30,000 results for black gift bag. That's a little bit too high for me. It wouldn't necessarily, I wouldn't take the time to open X-ray, but I'd be very cautious here. You can take about half that number, and that's probably how many other sellers there are. Chris, yes, absolutely. This video will be posted on my YouTube channel. So you'll be able to go back and watch the replay, and then just scroll to the end so you can see the live product research. In terms of variations, do you consider changing the style of the variation? For example, let's say I'm selling a boat-shaped table, and I do a couple different color themes. Then I want to do another boat table, but it's shaped different. Yeah, I would do a different variation. So let's say for your first product, your first private label product, I don't recommend doing more than 3 variations. So you'll create a parent listing, you'll link up the 3 variations. I don't recommend doing more than 2 or 3 colors. Look at your main competitors. What color is selling the best? Open X-ray. You can see exactly which style and color is doing the most revenue. Do those colors. If you want to add on a variation, you launch those 3 variations or those 2 variations. And then a month later, after launch, you want to add a new color. You can just add that variation on to the parent listing and continue selling that way. Also, guys, let's say for your first order, you launch a product and you get the product launched, but then you want to add a bonus item for Q4. On your next order, you can just have the supplier include that bonus item and then update your photos. You don't have to create a whole new listing or relaunch. You just update your images and your listing. This category here, guys, black gift bag, search volume's good. Price looks good, mostly all FBA sellers. But there's a problem here with this bag dream. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the top 15 listings. And GGSU's got 2. So I think it's a little bit brand dominated. Also, the prices here go down a little bit too low for me. Again, I like to sell products that are over $50. I know not everyone can afford to source a product for $15, $20, but I definitely would recommend it once you get more experienced. From here, guys, if this product looked good, open up the top 3 competitors, one that's doing the most revenue, one that's doing a decent amount of revenue that's new, and then another one in the middle. Take a look at their listing. What are they selling? What color? What shape? What size? What do their images look like? What does it come with? And then go find a supplier for that, estimate how much it would cost to source, and then come down and read all of the negative reviews of your top 3 competitors and find out what customers don't like. Talk to your supplier about fixing a couple of those. You will get rewarded and paid for solving problems on Amazon and building a brand. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to wrap it up right there. I need to come back and do this at least once a month. You guys were awesome today. Seriously, we've got 15 people, that joined, 15 or 20 people that are in the Zoom call. We've got, 15 people that joined on YouTube. We've got, 15, 20 people that's gone onto Facebook. The support is so encouraging. I really appreciate all of you guys for being here. This video will be on the replay on my YouTube channel. You're welcome to come back and check that out. Let's see if there's any last questions. Can the logo on the product and packaging be a sticker? On the logo, printed, heat silk transfer, etched, engraved would be better. On the packaging, sticker is okay. Does the insert thank you card with logo make up for not having these? No, The insert card is just something we do to thank the customer and to get reviews. Amazon doesn't consider this or need to see it. So logo printed, etched, heat, silk, transfer, printed, engraved on the product would be best. If you're just not able to do that, like a glass vase, they should be able to do it on the bottom. If they're not able to, try to find a new supplier. If it doesn't make sense for the product, like a microphone, you can't really get, I mean, I guess this person has their logo somewhere on it, but if you just couldn't get the logo on the product, logo on the packaging, logo on, and then brand name, domain name, your website should be enough to submit to Amazon. Thank you, Natasha. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Mark, Lillian, Artie. Do I need a brand first? All you need to make a brand to sell private label is to check trademarkia.com, uspto.gov, type in your brand name, see if it's available. If it's not taken, tell your supplier to print that brand name on the product and get a logo done. List the product for sale on Amazon, then get a trademark and brand registry. It's that simple. Not that simple, but you know what I mean. Thank you guys, Lakeisha, Lillian, Mark, Me Too, Mike, Nick, Olga, Romana, Zuzi, Chris, Mohammed, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Anand, Chris, I'll wrap up right there. Chucks, message me on Facebook if you're looking for some mentorship. I've got the 60-day one-on-one mentorship program. That's 8 weeks of personal coaching by me, one to two calls every single week, and I walk you through the entire FBA system. Thank you guys so much. Enjoy the rest of your night. Stay safe if you're on the East Coast. I know there's a big hurricane affecting millions of people there. I'll talk to you guys soon.